Welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we're diving back into Wrestlepalooza. Ariel and I break down the entire PLE with a full recap and review. And you'll hear our true thoughts on how it all went down. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on!
Primo. What's up, man?
What's going on, dude? I can tell by that entry, you're not in the highest of spirits at this current moment.
Yeah, I mean, before we get into it, let me just put it this way. I was really upset, bro. Listen, I told my wife, I was like, listen, you have until 2:30, like, to get everything done, because I need to be back in this house so I could set up, watching, so I could watch All Out, AEW All Out, and then get into Wrestlepalooza.
What time was All Out?
All Out would start, because they're in Canada, it started like at 3 or like at 3-ish. Yeah. So I was ready to roll, but then, the site that I was using wasn't working. I have a jailbroken Amazon Fire Stick that I was like, oh, maybe I could watch it there. Couldn't find the remote. I was scrambling. At this point, I was like, you know what? Forget this. I'll just watch it later. So I'm really bummed. And I just kept getting the results on social media. And I'm like, oh, that might have been a good match. That probably was a good match. That probably is. So all I know is tomorrow I am going to watch it and enjoy it because I heard great things about it. So that was like the one part that like kind of
that was the downer,
right.
Right. Okay.
And then you get into WrestlePalooza and you're just like, oh man, like, so yeah, man. But what about you, dude? How was your Saturday, man?
My Saturday was fine. I went apple picking with the family during the day and then came back and was like, all right, I have to settle in for everything that's happening. So me and little man hung out. He watched the first 2 matches with me, put him into bed, finished up. So ready to roll, ready to discuss it, ready to talk, because it was kind of
yeah.
And now that I'm annoyed already, and these just episodes just keep annoying me further and further. Now I feel like I'm more in just gripe mode now.
Yeah. Well, actually, before we get into it, you said apple picking, right? And I know Amanda throws down. So like, do you guys do like some amazing like apple pies with it? Like, what do you do with it?
Bro, well, so Amanda usually she'll do like a pack out and cook for people at the job, and then it's like $25 a bag and sell stuff. So she's going to do an apple plate. So it's going to be like pork chops with applesauce, apple pie. She's going to throw down on all of it. My wife, she kills it in the kitchen. So it's going to be apples for the next week because we got like 5 bags of apples. That is just way too many, but it's going to be amazing. So I don't know what she has in mind. Applesauce will be there, all that stuff. But we'll see. I'll let you know on the next one.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely share pictures. And also like one of my favorite, the reason why I ask is like some of my favorite snacks that involve apples is like apple slices with like peanut butter or like honey. It's like solid. That's a really good snack,
See, I'm not a peanut butter guy. So I would do
Nutella
honey
if you want.
I mean, at that point, I'm killing myself. It's just because I'm going to have apples to be healthy, but I'm going to smash them in Nutella. Like just at that point, just dog a spoon with Nutella and I'll be better.
Yeah. But you could tell by our side conversation of apples that we do not want to get into this Wrestlepalooza.
We're prolonging this as long as we can. We're just like, all right, watching the clock tick by, like 3, 4. Come on, please.
Yeah.
But eventually, we have to, my man. Eventually, we have to.
I know, brother. Let's just get into it, brother. All right. So, what do we have first on the list, man?
So first on the list, we had Cena Lesnar, because what I heard did in fact come true, and they moved that to the front part of the match.
Yeah.
For the logical pick, you and I both took Cena. You took Lesnar for the fun. I took Cena for the fun. We were wrong on logical because Lesnar ended up winning that match after F5ing John Cena like 6 times.
6 times, yeah.
And he's got 5 appearances left.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there's a rematch with Brock Lesnar coming up. Because he's not, unless, I mean, if they did this and that's the last match between the two, it's absolutely horrible. It's a shame. It's a travesty of justice. It's John Cena. This is farewell tour. You have to give this man every rose you can think of. Like, I was truly, outside of the fact that morally I'm disgusted with Brock Lesnar, I was just, the writing there was just, I'm like, really? Like, if you're doing a rematch and he's going to beat him in something big, cool. But I didn't care for it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. Like, honestly, I was watching the match and I was kind of, I mean, it was a decent match, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
wrestling aside though, you know, you look at the story and you're sitting here and you're just like, okay, well, if he's going to beat him this bad, like, you know, the fun pick theory that I had, you know, from the last episode, I was like, let's get that because you're already beating him up. Like, make him bleed, because I thought he was going to come back and circle around and do it again.
If I remember, you said Cena's dead. You're like, Cena's dead. Yeah, John Cena's dead. Like, yeah,
pretty much. But no, it's like, but but for me, I'm just like, okay, just pull the trigger, just like go ham. And then it's funny because, you know, later on we find that Jey Uso is the bleeder of the night, and I'm just like, yo, like, it should have been Cena. So, but
I mean, I'm trying to figure out when the Cena show at the Garden is, because I figured
the 17th, I believe it's in December. No,
it's in December. Okay, so I'm figuring they'll put him on the shelf with what just happened for a couple weeks, because he's got 5 left, and that's 1. So I think they could put him on the shelf for a couple weeks with what happened, and then bring him back. But I don't get it. I don't get it, because I don't know what your plan is with Brock Lesnar. Is this a long-term thing? I don't know what contract he signed. I'm not sure how long he's going to be there. Like, so once again, just throw him off.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, it was a okay match. I wanted a little bit more, but yeah, I mean,
if you're building for the storyline, then yes, it makes sense. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how. So
yeah, no, I was just like, what just happened? You know what I mean? And then you get Paul Heyman, you know, come out, because that did happen on SmackDown, you know, because Brock Lesnar walks out and he's like, hey, we need to talk. And I'm thinking, oh man, we need to talk. Like, what does this mean? And then, was that really the setup just for him to announce him, or is there more coming? You're right. We're trying to figure this out. No clear, you know, path at this point. So yeah.
Right. I mean, we were both expecting something crazy to happen in a couple of these matches, and this one, nada. And for me, the craziness was that Lesnar won.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, all right, then you better be building a storyline here, because if he doesn't face him again and win, then this whole farewell tour is useless.
Yeah. What are we doing? Yeah. Okay. So, all right. So we were both wrong on this one.
Take the L there. Take the L.
Yeah. But then the next match, right, would be the Usos and versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Braun. And the one thing that I will say about this match was that was the longest entrance of my life. It took forever. It felt weird hearing the Usos tag team song. So I was like, it's not just me, it's back to the other Uso song. And I'm like, I don't like it. But then halfway through, after they spoke on the mic, it did go to Jey Uso's music. They get into the ring, and then they get to run it back from the fans. And now, you know what I was telling my wife? I was like, because she was watching too. I was like, if WWE was Disney, the Usos are Chip and Dale. I mean, like, they're that character, right? Like, they're just these two
Rescue Rangers,
Rescue Rangers. You know what I mean? I was just like, wow, you know, this is what they become, and it's crazy to see that.
Well, I mean, they are Disney now,
pretty much, yeah,
because it's ESPN, and Disney owns ESPN, so they're Disney now.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, overall, decent match. I did like the last minute of LA Knight being inserted as referee, as a guest referee. I did like that. Because now you gave the match an opportunity to get away with a lot of stuff, which did happen. It's almost like we were kind of right in the sense that LA Knight was going to be involved, or like we thought he was going to interfere.
Exactly.
But to a certain extent, he did. And I was entertained with the match. I liked it. I don't know. I just maybe wanted a little bit more. You know?
I mean, kudos to LA Knight for playing it down the line and doing all the acting. Oh, you hit me on purpose, or oh, you're about to move the chair, like whatever. But yes, I agree with you. I wanted a little more. Not surprised. So of course, Braun won, which you picked, and I did not. So you got the win there. But I was expecting a little bit more. Once again, waiting for something crazy to happen. It never did. But once again, you're showing the dominance of the Vision showing the dominance of these two, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, who are going to be, they're your future. That's why you're doing this. So
Yeah.
makes sense for the win. I was expecting something a little more, but especially because it is the Usos, one of the greatest tag teams ever. So rough one, but understand once again, we're building the storyline of the division to establish dominance.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think the only call out of the match that I enjoyed was because I freaked out. I popped for this. I was like, no way Bronson Reed's about to do this moonsault. And he does. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I was so
always impressed. Always impressed when a big man can do that. Always. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Okay. Decent match,
Yeah. Once again, in ring, solid storytelling. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. All right. And then what we got next, Primo? We got
the women's championship match, which was the one I was waiting for, because once I looked at the card, I'm like, you know what? This is actually going to be the most entertaining match.
Yep.
And sure as shit, it was. Yep. Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky, two such talented athletes. Unbelievable. It was a very great match in ring. I picked Stephanie to win, which she did. Your new champion. You picked Io, but for you were thinking fantasy storyline and a couple other things, because you're a Vaquer guy.
Yeah.
Been on it for a while. So once again, great match, much better storytelling. And now you can start with Stephanie Vaquer's reign and Io now losing, not having help from the Kabuki Warriors. So Asuka and Kairi will now start some shit there, I think.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Actually, what I really enjoyed about this match, I was like, first of all, this is match of the night, right? Because they definitely put on a clinic together, because I mean, it's Io and Stephanie. There was a little bit of hiccups in the beginning, but but I feel like that always happens with them. And then they get on the same page and they rock it out. And what an awesome match. What I loved about the match was once Stephanie won, like the old traditional, like Japanese honor, like passing of the baton with the belt. I mean, that is such a level of sportsmanship and class, especially in the world of wrestling, that I was like, okay, I'm sad that Io didn't win, but Stephanie definitely got props for the way that she handled it. And they had a moment, and then she was able to fully embrace, becoming champion. And then obviously, getting out of the ring and hugging her father, and then just going back into the ring, having that moment with the pyro and the big, and your new champion is Stephanie Vaquer on the screen. It was nicely done. I was very happy with it. That is the match of the night for me, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we were looking for the moment, and I said this would be it. And it was. And very well done. Like you said, kudos to Io Sky, because she's already, at the top of her game. So to the Seth Rollins point, you don't need to do gimmicks and do stuff like that with this person, because they're just that talented and that over. So Io lost the match great. The show of respect was fantastic. It's time for Stephanie to get that rocket on her back and go to the moon, baby, because she's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, man.
Yeah. Actually, before we move on to the next match, though, one thing that I do want to call out that kind of pissed me off. So this was a title match, right? So at the beginning, right, you get the dimming of the lights, you get the introduction. One corner we have Io, one corner we have Steph. I don't know if you picked this up, but when the ref was holding the belt, you see Naomi's plates there. But when the belt went on the little pedestal thing where they put it on the side, it went back to WWE plates. So I was like, oh, I guess they forgot to switch it, and then I guess during the match they were like,
because up until the beginning of the match, it's still Naomi's championship.
Fair enough.
Once you start the match, now it's open for business.
Yeah. So
good little detail. Nice,
good little detail.
And that's the weird thing is you get little touches like that, and then storylines get huge gaps missed. Like what?
Right. Huh? But then, just to rewind back to the Cena Lesnar match, they had that dimming of the lights intro either. But I'm like, but this isn't a title match. Why are we doing this for this match? So that's just me being picky, but I was just like, I really don't like it.
Well, I mean, I'm walking in annoyed to the pay-per-view already, but yes. Or the PLE, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, man. But like I said, match of the night, and then the next match, right? We got Punk Lee and the Vision, the other half of the Vision, Seth Rollins
Right.
and Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that I can say about this match was it was the fun match of the night, even though it wasn't that fun, but it was still the attempt was there, right? I mean,
They teased a bunch of stuff really, really
right.
well. They
Yeah.
did. Like not having AJ and Becky get into it for the first like 5 minutes of the match. Becky would run around the ring and tag
Yeah.
Seth and shit like that. So yeah, to your point, yes, they did do fun little things like that, which was entertaining. But the match
Right.
itself,
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah. And then like if you realize, I mean, AJ Lee, although, once she got going, looked really good. Definitely. I mean, and it's expected, right? I mean, even though I'm sure she's trained and, done things behind the scenes to be out of the wrestling business for that long, maybe the nerves may have gotten to her, maybe just being in front of a large crowd like that in a hot minute, may have gotten to her. So there were some missteps in the beginning. I feel like when she was slapping Becky and Seth, it was a little too pulled back. Like you could tell, like she wasn't trying to hit them.
She was pulling punches.
And I was just like, but girl, like, they're pros. They want to get hit. You know what I mean? Like they it's about the business. You know what I mean? So, but overall, I mean, again, entertaining match and some good spots, but I mean, nothing to like. Oh my gosh, I can't sleep tonight because it was incredible. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it was follow the storyline. You did what you had to do. Put AJ Lee over in her first match back, which you needed to do.
Right.
You had to. You couldn't have her take the loss. Come back after all this and then take the loss. You couldn't do it. Once again, Becky and Seth can take that loss and it not hurt them. They still have their belts. They're still on top. They're still the Vision. They still run Raw. So to your point, solid match. Storytelling was good. Want to see where it goes, but because what was it? It was AJ Lee that tapped out Becky.
Yeah.
Which is what you said. And I thought Punk was going to pin this guy so that they'd have something to go on.
Right.
But now, to your point, she can say, I want the IC belt because I tapped you out.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is funny because I was like, darn it. I was right about my choice, but I wasn't right about the way she did it. Because I purposely called out that she was going to pin Becky. And I was just but she made her tap. I was like,
well, now you can get the you tap out chance. So
and then I don't know if you picked this up, right? But when the crowd was screaming, you still got it, right? I don't know. You saw Punk on the side, like laying out on the apron on the side, clapping like he was, even though he was supposed to be knocked out, he was like, I'm still gonna support my wife. You know what I mean? It was a funny shot. It was good. Yeah. Yeah, man. And then we get the final match of the evening, which is Codith Rhodes and Drew McIntyre.
Man.
Yeah, tell me your
thoughts,
thoughts, man.
So much better. I wanted this match to be so much better.
Really?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I think also the thing was there was no massive build for this.
Yeah.
So it was a good match with no build. I think if you had a better build and then this match, much better.
Yeah.
I liked it. It was a solid match. Without that build there, it felt hollow. We knew Cody was going to win. There was no heat there. There was no special pop or anything crazy at the end. It was just Cody winning outright.
Yeah. So it's funny that you say that because I feel the opposite. I really thought it was a great match, probably the second best match of the night, because I was engaged I was engaged the whole time. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if you caught this in the beginning, right? But when he's about to run to the ropes, he like steps down and it's like, oh, my head. And I'm like, why is he focusing so much on his head? But remember, they're referencing like 2-3 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago when Drew smashed his head against the announce table. So they were playing that. But then, right, I know.
A month and a half. Nice.
Right. But to your point, it's like, well, that's all the story had legs on. You know what I mean? There was nothing else, to like make this feud even feel more real or big fight feel rather. And what I did like about it though is Drew. I think Drew is the MVP of this match because the way he sold, like running to the Claymore, but his legs giving out and like, the injury outside, like I was like, good for Drew. I mean, just on performance alone, Drew should have won that match. You know what I mean? Like that's how I left feeling. So it was good.
I mean, Drew's been carrying that Raw. I mean, through COVID and everything, he was the champ. And I mean, he's been one of their most solid, steadfast guys, which is what I said during the preview episode. I was like, this is someone you can trust in this role. You know they're going to deliver. You know they're going to put on a hell of a match, and you know they're going to get heat when they need it and get, pop when they need it. Like, he is a tried and true, steady, like, you know what you're getting, and it's usually the best. Like, he
Yeah.
has improved so much from when he started, and Vince tagged him the guy to have to go to 3MB, then have to leave to come back. Like, the evolution of him is great, but
Yeah.
he was the perfect one in this match. Like I said before, I just wish there was more of a build. But to your point, it was a great match. It was the second best match of the night. Like I said, I just knowing Cody was going to win, as obvious as it was, because that was the most obvious win of the night.
Right.
That was the most obvious win of the night. Like, so I figure you could have done something a little different, had some kind of, Cody tweaks and gets evil Cody for a second, or something.
Right.
You
Something.
know what I'm saying? So, but solid match. Yes, second best match of the night, hands down. I just felt a little empty because there was no real fire to this.
Yeah. Now, to piggyback on the feeling of, feeling empty, I did feel that towards the end, because what happened was when I looked at what time this match started, I'm like, it's 10:05. Like, how are they going to end this PLE on just a random time frame? So I was like, something's got to happen. You know what I mean? Like, the match ran for like 15 minutes. And at that point, I was like, somebody has to come out. This
Something.
is like where I was waiting for the big moment. I was like, oh, do we have a return? Is somebody going to like just totally destroy him and take advantage of the head injury that Drew caused 5 weeks ago?
Right.
Something. And then you see executive producer Paul Levesque and Lee Fittings, and you're just like, wait, it's
Yep.
10:24. They're gonna
Well,
end
they
the
don't. They
PLE
don't
like
have.
this?
Yeah, they don't have to be on a specific clock anymore.
Ah,
They as long as it runs 2+, they're fine.
yeah,
As long as it runs 2+, they're fine. So it yes, it was weird because I saw it and I'm like, okay, I guess this is gonna be done around 10:30. I was like, we'll start taping quite early because
yeah,
this is gonna be done like because I figured done at 11 o'clock. We started at 11:15. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a late one. No,
uh-uh,
once they get past the 2 hour mark, I think they've fulfilled whatever time restraint or concern, whatever needs to be filled by ESPN at this point now.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, overall,
Oh,
like,
wait. One other thing. The other thing that did happen tonight was we had the Undertaker come out.
oh yes,
Undertaker came out, big poppin'. He came out. You heard the dong dong the bells first, and then you went to American Badass by Kid Rock. He came out
yeah,
on the bike, and the reason he came out was to announce that the first member of the 2026 Hall of Fame is going to be Stephanie McMahon. She was
yeah.
sitting ringside, so he went over, grabbed the mic, had a nice little moment. But that was the other thing that happened in this PLE of note.
Right. Yeah. No, and you're good call, because I totally forgot about that. Because you know what happened at that time? That's when you texted me. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go set up, and I was like, yeah, me too. So I went upstairs. I'm setting up, and then I'm like, is that the Undertaker's music? So I go back downstairs, and I'm like, did the Undertaker just come out? And Laura was like, yeah, she's sitting next to Stephanie McMahon, and I was like, for what? What's he doing out there?
Yep.
And then you get the announcement of the Hall of Fame, and she's like, oh my goodness, and sweet moment. It was
A
really
nice
cute.
moment. It was
Yeah.
nice because you could tell she was genuinely surprised and like almost didn't want to even accept it.
Yeah.
When he was like, what do you say? She kind of just like shied
Ugh.
away. So yeah, so I'd like to think that that was an honest moment. And Stephanie's been around long enough. I mean, she was a superstar and wrestled for quite some time. Granted,
Yeah, of course.
terrible
Women's
storylines
champion.
and a whole lot of crap. But I mean, props where props are due.
Yeah.
I may not agree with some of the stuff she does backstage and stuff like that, but as a wrestler and for working in that company, even though she is Vince's daughter, she's got her show. She's out there promoting. She's doing everything she can to make that company still the best it can be. So props to
Yeah.
her, and I think it's well deserved. So I thought that was great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And then actually the other thing to note as well, the thing that was enjoyable was the start of the PLE, because there was a fantastic introduction.
Yeah, I
Uh
missed that.
yeah,
I missed it
yeah,
because I was signing into ESPN Plus and realizing ESPN Plus is not ESPN Unlimited and da 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 da. So I'll have to go
yeah,
back and rewatch this whenever because I don't even know what the deal is. It's like it's not available in your area. You don't have like so I truly have no clue. So I'm gonna try and find it somewhere else to watch the beginning because you said when I called you to tell you that I didn't have it for a while. You were like, "Oh man, that opening was amazing," and I'm like, "God damn it!" Oh, another thing of note: was there more cursing than usual?
Uh,
I thought I heard the F bomb like twice.
right. I thought I heard like Wade Barrett say the
McAfee,
F word.
what is
Yeah.
I thought it someone I'm like, "Oh, what the huh? Like, okay." Like, now I can't say anything because I've used profanity on this platform many a time before, but I was just thrown off because I was like, "Oh, Disney? Really?"
Yeah.
Because Disney, that's the thing. On Peacock, I would have been like, "Yeah, that sounds about right. Sure, NBC, Universal, whatever." But Disney's Disney, family-friendly Disney. So I was like, "Oh, alright." But once again, this might be them trying to cater because TKO is now in charge.
Right, right. Yeah, you know what? You're not the only one. I did hear it, and maybe other people could, double check and just confirm with us if that was the case. Because I feel like I heard it too. As far as the
Yeah.
cursing goes.
I thought I heard it twice, and I thought I heard shit once.
Yeah.
And I was like, and once again, not that I was like, "Oh, my," mortified or anything. I was just like,
Oh
"Oh."
my.
I was like, "Oh, okay, this is happening. Okay, cool. Like, great. I didn't know this was a thing."
Yeah, yeah, but no, but definitely when you get a chance, please go watch the beginning because it was almost perfect. It was like, it showed you basically. First of all, the then, now, and forever thing
Mhm.
changed. So I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know if that's gonna be, like, forever going forward or
Mhm.
specifically when things are on ESPN. So that's
Okay.
1.
Alright.
2, the opening of the relationship of ESPN and, WWF at the beginning, and then how they both evolved to get to this point
Mhm.
was really awesome because you see all the things that happen on the sports center stuff, and then how in the last 5 to 10 years it's like more and more wrestling has been covered, and then you get NBA players involved, and then you get celebrities involved, and you see all
Mhm.
this stuff, and then you finally get like Triple H at the end, in like one of those screen rooms with all the a bajillion screens in the background, and he's like, finally when this is where sports and entertainment coexist. And then instead of getting the Triple H music and him coming out, he's already in the ring. He just pops out, and he's already there. So I was like, oh, way to save time. I like this. And then
Yeah,
he
thank
he
God.
did he did the Are You Ready? And then it was awesome. It was nicely done. I think you should definitely go check it out.
Yeah, Imma see if
Definitely
maybe
gives
it's
you
on, like,
goosebumps.
YouTube or something right now. Like, as soon as we get off, I'm gonna look to see if it's anywhere that I can find it.
Yeah, yeah, it was well done. It was definitely well done. But I mean, overall, just to give the grade, I mean, at this point, I hate to say it, but it's probably like a 7 for me. I mean, there were some good moments, but I mean, there was nothing that where I was like, like I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah,
No, now I'm just like,
yeah.
what's gonna
'Cause
happen
I was
next?
torn between 7 and 7.5, and as you said 7, I was trying to think of a reason to bring it to 7.5,
Yeah,
but you're right. I can't think of one. Once again, the in-ring stuff always delivers because they are amazing athletes and amazing at what they do at their job and their craft. So that's not it. Just some of the storytelling, and once again, because we've been so bombarded with PLEs and stuff like 2 a month now, on top of the Raws and the NXTs and the SmackDowns and the this and that, it was a lot. So it feels like right now it's kind of at like a kind of a thing
yeah,
because we're trying to get to what's the next major of the big four? Is it the Survivor Series or
Survivor
the
Series.
Survivor Series? So um, 7, yeah, solid C.
Yeah,
I can't, it was for me an episode of Raw.
yeah, exactly.
For me, it was an episode of Raw. Because you could have done all that. There was 2 championship matches, fine. So that I understand. But you could have did this on a Raw or a SmackDown or taken those matches to their respective ones and done it as the main event somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. That's actually probably the best way to explain it. It did feel like an episode of Raw or an over like a glorified episode of Raw. It felt like the first episode of Netflix. Like it felt like
Right.
that. It was
Right.
just a bunch of lights and a bunch of crazy things, and then like, or at least you thought it was gonna be crazy, but then it was
Mm.
just like, oh, a lot of celebrity shots, a lot of videos, a lot of this, and we got 4 matches on the Netflix one. So this one was like, oh well, we got 5 matches,
Yeah, 5,
and
right.
the anticipated match that we thought was going to happen, the rumored match, the triple threat for the women's championship for TV, it's
SmackDown.
actually been pushed to SmackDown. And I'm just like, oh, so watch, I'm calling it now.
Mhm.
Somebody's going to become new champion in that match. because that's what the formula is now. Now it's before or after the PLEs. SmackDown will have a championship match.
Something's going to change.
And something's going to change. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to your point before about it being like a Raw, like or my point, but then you reiterating. To me, this was the 80s Saturday night's main event. It wasn't one of the regular things. It was a bigger thing, but it was free on TV. It was on broadcast. So it was a bigger thing, but it wasn't like a PLE where you paid $40 for.
Right.
That's what I like in this too. This was like the old Saturday's main event where it was a different episode and it was pretty good, but to me it was between PLE and Raw.
Yeah.
So that's why I said that's the best way to put it for me, because you stayed up to watch it because you knew it was something different. It wasn't SNL, but it wasn't WrestleMania or anything like that.
Right. It's Wrestlepalooza. Oh.
I know you love that. Yes, you do.
Yeah, man. So, like, I mean, there's a todo lo que tengo, primo. I mean, again, it wasn't life changing.
No, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're just moving along until we get to the next storyline. And once again, I think here the major carries away for the storylines are, Cena Lesnar. What do we do there? Second Masters Division, they're going to do it. Once again, Victoria now starts her title run. And with that little run she had with Rhea Ripley on Raw, that could be starting. Punk, Rollins, that's going to go on for fucking ever. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Starting to get really bothered by that. And then, Cody wins. I mean, I want to see what Drew does.
Yeah.
In response to this.
That's probably the only thing I want to
He's not the guy that's going to let it just happen.
Yeah.
Like, Cody's going to be out doing an interview and then Drew's just coming to like whip his ass. And now we're going to get into a thing where we have that build. So maybe this L was just what needed to happen to start it. But I think you could have a little more build to it prior. But once again, I'm nitpicking.
I mean, let me tell you something. We didn't even watch All Out, and some of the call outs from that event makes you want to go watch it. Like, did you hear that Edge or Adam Copeland did the John Cena, tribute?
I did not. I saw him in a Bleacher Report thing, but I wasn't reading it because I was watching. Folding laundry. Yeah.
So the same way Cena did the spear on behalf of like Edge or Adam Copeland, Edge returned the favor, does the "you can't see me." The crowd says, the crowd says "you can't see me."
Well,
five knuckle shuffle.
They know what it is, of course. They're like, I'm gonna.
I know, but it's a beautiful moment. I mean, things like that is what makes it exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then, well done by AEW not being afraid to do that, something like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, primo. Well, I guess we could take this opportunity to do what we do best, and that is thank our. Yeah.
So pucker up, Buttercup.
We want to take this opportunity to go ahead and thank every single one of our primos, our listeners, the people that love us, support us, that even with a lousy PLE still will listen to this episode because they just want to know what we think about it. So we definitely appreciate and love you guys. Thank you so much for all the love and the support. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with everybody.
Primosforlife.com. Primosforlife.com.
Primosforlife.com.
Smash the like button. All the stuff. I piggyback off what Eddie said. Thank you, everybody, for listening and all that stuff. Also want to take a moment to thank everybody that we've done interviews with recently. That haven't been released or are recently released, and we haven't had a chance to say thank you. I'm not sure up until now who's been released since the last group of thank yous, but to everyone who's been there, we truly appreciate the time. We appreciate you giving it to us. To the listeners, to our primos, thank you once again for just being here with us. We always say it's more fun when you're here with us and give us a reason to do it. Please share, like, follow, continue to just be there, please, because we love doing this and we don't want to stop. And we need the following to continue in order to want to do it and to keep doing it. So please, once again, just share. If you know anybody who has even an inkling that likes wrestling, just kind of pass it on. Hey, these are just fans who are chatting. So, but once again, thank you, everybody. We love you. Te queremos mucho, tanto, con todos nuestros corazones.
Yeah. Well, on that note.
Well, you know what? I'm going to throw it to you. Eddie, we're about to go. So what do you have?
I'm good. Thank you. That you did it perfectly. And, if this is my cue to take us out, then We will see you when we see you, everybody. Take care.
We'll
Have
see
a
you when we
wonderful
see
night.
you. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. We truly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the PLE that we didn't.
Later.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.